Alright, let's see if I can get this better than yesterday and much shorter. So this is my Tabasco here. It's looking pretty gosh darn good. Lots of flowers on it. We got, for the most part, it's bending outwards, like these extra branches. So right on, and this one's leaning up to the top. This one's a Sriracha here. It's a two pots in the plant, 2 plants in the pot. It keeps, I did have it, see, I had it growing out to the side at first, but it really wants to keep coming back to the middle. So I think the only way I can get this to stay out further is if I light stress train it. So either I bend it every day with my hands, or I put some sticks in between, or I tie them down, tie them off to the side, kind of like this. But doing little bits of pulling on it's not too bad. It's a little bit of stretching going on. It's good to get it a little stretchy. So at the end of the day, we don't want humidity, we don't want clusters. We want spacious space. Goes more with surface area for leaves. As you can see though, by a lot of these leaves, it's getting attacked. So it's another reason why we want surface area. We want it spread out. Some tomatoes. This one's a blueberry tomato. That one's a blueberry cherry, I should say. That one's a regular. This plant right here is a little guy. I think this is a Cayenne. Look at, like, it's a very thin branched Cayenne with tons of peppers on it already, and tons of flowers and tons of pods. It has so many Y's in it. Like, look at them all. I've just been sitting here pulling them all apart because it was very much clustered up earlier, and we don't want that. We want it spread out so more leaves can get sunlight on it. More leaves that are exposed to the sunlight, more energy it's going to get. This is a Habanero orange. This is another double plant in the pot, I should say. This one's got some really interesting growth on it, as you can see. Look, there's one. This one's coming straight up there. It's a nice thick growth beside its Y. And then on this, and then on this side, you have a nice little tree going here. And then you see here, this one I'm trying to bend it out slowly. It's just coming straight from down there. And if we can get it to come out, it'll, like I said, get more surface area for those leaves, more peppers, more energy. This one right here, oh shoot, this is another, oh no, this is the lemon drop. I was going to say this is another Cayenne, but it's not. This one's the lemon drop. There's less flowers on it. I think I went through and I took a bunch of flowers off. But it, as you can see, it does have a little less action. But look, it's been attacked by a lot of, you can see, a lot of leaf damage here. It's been attacked by a lot of mites or aphids or whatever. It does have some nice Y's, which is good. But yeah, pulling it apart, giving it lots of space. This one is a Jamaica Red Hot, I believe. I thought it was a Cayenne, but no, it's a Jamaica Red Hot. And look at this, it's got a crazy cluster up in here too. It's thicker than the Cayenne that we were showing just right there. Look, oh, there's a nice shot of the Cayenne too. The Cayenne's much thinner in the branches, whereas this one's thicker. It doesn't bend as much, though we can get some, depending on where you're bending it, you can get some decent bends going. You can tell as well it's been attacked by these mites and stuff, with all these leaves curling and holding the water. It's kind of ticking me off a bit, but it has lots of branches here, lots of Ys. So we're just going to keep light stress training them until they branch out even further. And yeah, and surface area, right? Then on to my absolute favorite, the Armageddon. You can just see, just look at the curls in the leaves. It's just getting bombarded with mites and aphids or whatever. That being said, it's got some huge leaves on it. Some really nice leaves, which I'm really enjoying. And it's got quite a few flowers as well. So we're gonna have a lot of hot peppers. It's the hottest plant I'm growing. Then this one down here is the Hungarian Wax. Yesterday I had to go through and take off most of the veg and all of the flowers. I took off all of them. As you can see with the leaves here, they just don't look good. Like they're not looking good at all. Like look at this. Just so disappointing. It got hit the hardest by the aphids. It arrived like it was given to me with aphids on it, so kind of disappointing, if I'm being honest. It's not really what I would give to somebody else. And I don't know if the aphids came from the actual store where that came from slash farm, or if it came from the person's house who was holding on to it for me. But you know, I don't want to talk bad about either one, because I don't know, it could be one, could be the other, could be both, who knows. Then we got a nice beautiful tomato, cherry tomato. What's this one? The bicolor cherry tomato. It's huge. It's definitely doing the best so far. It deserves that cage. Down here we got a bunch more regular tomatoes. When I say regular, I mean like it's a beefsteak or something like that. I don't know exactly which varietal. We got our apple trees in here. Again, not doing the greatest. Maybe a little too wet, but they do have some good root production. So hopefully I can get them to a better spot at some point, or it'll be a little happier. This one, I don't know what it is. I want to say now it looks kind of like a pepper, but I have no idea what it is. I thought it was maybe a watermelon or something at first. Same with this one. I don't know what this one is. I thought it might be watermelon. This is definitely a dill. It's been a rescue, and this is a sage that's been a rescue. Basil, also a rescue slash took a clipping from Home Depot. Shh, don't tell anyone. White cherry. Cherry tomato. Is it my second best? Yeah, my second best tomato plant. Oh, geez, look. Jeez Louise, look at that. Something has been here and it can't. Ugh, that's not good. Gross. Something's bothering it. So we're gonna wipe that off after. Then we have our Demon Red here. This is 2 peppers in here. Let's see if I can give you so there's 2 plants on each side. It's a dwarf plant, so it's not going to get bigger. Like it might get bigger, but this is the approximate. This is the approximate size of the leaves. The peppers, I don't know how much bigger they'll get than that, but yeah, this will be interesting. There's 2 in here, so I might trim up the middle a little bit just to give it a little space so it can produce a little more. And we remember what I said, we don't want clusters in the middle, and there's just like if this had its own pot, I'd be able to show you just how many branches are branching off. It's insane. It's really insane. This would be nice to cross with something else because there's just so much growth with it. So many peppers and so many flowers. It's really interesting. And then this one's our Cayenne, I believe, right? Yeah, this is the Ristra Cayenne. Just double check that just to make sure. Yeah, this is the Ristra Cayenne hybrid. Now let's just show you like what's going on in here, because this is just crazy. I've never seen a pepper plant go like la-di-da, basically straight up, and then just cluster right here. It 100% got destroyed by aphids and mites and stuff. This is very evident by a lot of these leaves that are curling or have been eaten, or they've been sucked out of their nutrients, their juices. And another cool thing about this, which I've noticed, is, let's see if I can get you a good example. Okay, here's one right here. See this? See, they're like, it's this like really interesting curl to each. See, to each branch leaf, basically. It's got these really interesting curves. So what I've been doing, let's see if I can get a better view. There we go. What I've been doing is I've just been pulling down on them a bit, just to kind of get the plant away from. It was super tight up in the middle, like this wasn't even visible a couple days ago. It was just a cluster. So I've just been light stress training it, pulling a little bit, trying to get it to branch out of there, get the leaves, get the leaves to kind of, hold each other at bay a little bit. Literally just getting some good old natural light stress training, LST. And then another blueberry cherry tomato, just doing pretty good. It's a little smaller, as you can tell than these ones. But yeah, these are my plants. So just wanted to give you a nice little tour. It's under 20 minutes, which it was not yesterday, and it wouldn't upload, so hopefully this one will. I'm gonna leave it at that. Hiccup.